What's going on, y'all? Okay, I know you see these little ass tires and rims on the shredder. I just put them on just to see what they look like, and then I started thinking these are Proline trenchers, the 2.8s. They're belted, and I put them on here, and then I started thinking, you know what? It looks kind of silly, but it actually serves a purpose. And I actually measured it from when you measure from the bottom to bottom, it's 19. I actually have 19, right? And then it's 18 from side to side. The width is 18, so it's not that bad, man. But I started thinking, I just put them on there to be silly, but then I started thinking, you know what? They actually kind of serve a purpose. Because for one, okay, first of all, I know when they're smaller, I can gear up. So I went from a 15 and I had a 16 when I broke it. I put a 19, right, to compensate for wheels. If that's not enough, I'm going to order a 20, 21, 22, and a 23 and see how, it shouldn't be much more than that. But, so I can compensate for that. But what this did, actually, I started thinking is it lowered it over an inch, right? I didn't lose any width, maybe not even a quarter inch of width, right? It's not going to expand. They're not going to balloon because they're belted, right? And they're just as light as the stock ones, even though they're smaller than the stock because they're heavy for what they are. They feel about the same weight. So for something to just rip around on pavement and grass and dirt, no big rocks and no crazy bashing, for just a street ripper, slash just a little off terrain, this thing might actually be good, man. Because I threw the battery in it, and I just threw all the stuff, the ESC and the bracing all back in it, and the center diff and the body, and just to see how much it weighed, man. And it's still pretty damn light, minus the FPV stuff. But the FPV stuff is really light. You're talking about a camera and a VTX and a UBEC. All that's like, a couple of ounces, quarter pound maybe, not even that. So I ain't worried about that when I put that. So it feels, when I threw all that stuff in there and pick it up, man, it feels pretty light. It feels like it's only about 10 pounds, maybe not even that. So yeah, man, that's with the battery and shit. So I'm excited to kind of see how this runs. Now, what's holding me up is, like I said, I have a bunch of Creighton inside the center diff, which this didn't work. I put it together today, and I realized, because I didn't have inside here for the planetary gears, not the little satellites or the spiders, but the planetaries, the one on each end, the two bigger ones on the inside. I didn't have any shims for those. But I realized I had some of the smaller ones left over since I put the Creighton gears in here, all the Creighton diff gears. Theirs is a little bit smaller in the back, as you can see here. It's smaller diameter than the actual, than the RedCat ones. So it wasn't the right size washer. It wasn't very wide, but it still worked fine with this. It covered this width right here at least. So I used two of those, but when I threw it in there and put everything in, I realized that the drive shafts were falling out. So this is originally a front or a rear, not a center. I just put the spur on here because the diff cups, obviously I looked it up at the two ones I have on order anyway that are coming in a few days. Just two stock ones with the plastic spur. I just ordered the whole thing, come in, they're like 15 bucks. The output cups are longer. The shaft, you can see another quarter inch, and that's right where it's short at. So yeah, I'm gonna have to wait. So literally you gotta wait for that. And I'm gonna order some more shims and some bearing shims too. But yeah, man, and I have what did I put in here? 500K in here. So yeah, I'm gonna get some 100K and some 250K and maybe some 80K or something. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's 30 in the rear and 50 in the front. But maybe eventually I'm gonna leave it. Like I said, these are the RedCat ones. All I did was shim them. These are the actual stock RedCat gears in there, but with fluid at least and shimmed. So I'm gonna leave them. They didn't break, so I'm not gonna mess with those until the Creighton. I have all the Creighton shits when I get all the rest of the bearings. I'm only gonna do the center diff. Take these out and like I said, get the right output cup when the two whole units come in a few days. I'm gonna take it apart and transfer the stuff from here. But I do need these output cups too are weak too, man. Have the indentions on it, just like the Kaiju. The Kaiju seems like it's almost worse for me. But yeah, man, I'm actually excited to see how this runs. I think if I compensate like this 19 right here, I think it should probably be right around 40 again, maybe a little more. We'll see. And that's at 4S. I'd be so tempted to put 6S on this. I can. It's 120 amp Mava XESC, but I'm not gonna get overzealous, man. I'm gonna just see what I can do at 4S. So, but I'm thinking this thing's gonna handle and rip and handle pretty damn good. I even put the 3.8s on the back to see what it looked like, and it just kind of looked ridiculous. It looks already kind of silly. Let me show you the body. And you know what? I was gonna get the Rampage body, but I started thinking, nope. I'm gonna make a brace when I put the bracing. When I put these back in the bracing, I'm gonna, off the camera mount, above the camera, I'm gonna make the brace come up and with a T that goes on the roof, so the roof can't smash down and the camera just below it. On the, I might put it the camera solid at first. I was thinking about doing a pan and tilt, but I might mount it as high as I can, like right under here again, and keep it solid again. I'm gonna try it one more time with this body since I'm not mounting anything to it, and just see if it's as horrible as I remember. Because I don't know if the Rampage body, hold on, is as thin as this. I want it to be thin. It has to be thin to go with this look, or it won't look right at all. It already looks kind of silly with these tires, but like I said, as long as they serve a purpose, there we go. So there we go. See that? Let me see. Fucking body popped up. See? I'm saying that'll be a good racer, man, ripper. Something to just rip around a pavement or of grass, you know what I mean? Or just like baseball field dirt, you know, smooth. You know what I'm saying? This would be, I think this thing will rip, man. So we'll see if I can keep the speeds up with the gearing. But and actually, the more you look at it, it doesn't look that bad. As long as it serves its purpose. You know what I mean? So, yep, I'm gonna try it, man. I'm just gonna give it a try. Won't hurt. I can take the wheels off in a few minutes. So, yep, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with the shredder. Just kind of went that route. And like I said, all the FPV stuff, I'm gonna order another ZMR. That's really, I'm just gonna get all new camera, VTX and ZMR again, and keep the extra stuff I have. And like I said, I'm gonna probably keep the camera solid at first, just to make sure it's not horrible as I remember. And then I'll add this servo and the head tracking. At least I don't need to link it in the servo. It'll be running straight off the receiver. The head tracking, the micro receiver, it'll be running off a channel off the servo. So, but I'll show all that when I get to it. So yeah, man, this thing will be done by next weekend, by this coming weekend. So I'm excited to see, you know, how the route with this is going and what it's going to do. Hopefully the drivetrain stays up and it handles like I'm thinking it's going to. So, all right, I'm going to shut up with this. And I am happy to say, man, I was up till like 5 in the morning last night. And I got the, I took my time and I just pried it off with 2 flat tips on each side underneath the spur, or underneath the pinion where I could get to it after I heated it up and let it cool down and then put some soaked WD-40, and I got this pinion off this because the Allen key stripped out, so I'm just gonna order all new pinion. I'm not even gonna mess with that one. Same thing. I'm completely happy with this Kaiju bone stock, except for, you know, well, as far as the power, I don't have no desire to have more power, just maybe a fan on the motor, you know, and handle dynamics. But yeah, so I got that off, and I got that off. Finally got this one off. Same way. It was already partially loose before it stripped, and I got it off, and I put the 23 tooth on here. So I'm happy, and I redid the servo. Servo's good. I put the factory receiver back in because, like I said, I needed the RG6 for the shredder. So everything is back on here. So 23 tooth, and I know I got to turn the timing back down, I think, and timing, and what else? there's something else. I know there's two, not the punch, but there's timing, something else they say when you put up the pinion, you got to put that back down. But so now technically with some really good batteries, when my Yoos are good, they're not the best, but they're pretty damn decent. This is definitely 50, a 50. And from what I see, people can get like 55 with this 23, 24 too, for some really good batteries and over 50. So I'm happy. You know, this is another 10 miles an hour or so, and that's good with me. So what else, man? Oh yes, I've replaced the shocks too. The front two shocks are new. One of them was good, one was bent, so I have a set of compulsive since they came in a pair. I replaced the other one that was good too, and I'm keeping that on the side. So technically I have another good used one. So just two new ones on the front. And all I'm waiting for is I got two bent drive shafts on the side. I realized this one's, it's on the other side. Let me see here. One's really bent. Here it is. You can see. That's really bent, as you see. And I got them in the mail. I thought they were coming today. And this one's slightly bent. So I'm just gonna, since they come in a pair, I was hoping I have an extra, but I realized this is slightly bent. So I'm just gonna replace both of them since two come in a pack. And yeah, man, that's about it. I didn't mess with the diffs, to be honest. I just left the diffs alone, fuck it. They seem to be good. I'm just gonna chill. I mean, I'm happy with what it is so far. And yeah, I'm excited to see how much faster this is. I know I'm gonna cut down on the battery time, but maybe I'll get a couple. I have 6,000 milliamp, 100C 4-cell Yowus. I have 8 of those, so I got a pretty good amount. Especially if I'm gonna run single 4-cell things, those would be great. Like this shredder. But you know, if I have to, maybe I'll get a look for a 7 or 8,000 milliamps, 100 Cs. You know what I mean? To make up for that, basically. But we'll see, man. If I can still get a 7-minute run time, I'm happy. 4 or 5 minutes, I don't know. I'm gonna need a little bit more than that. But yup. Oh, and the tire is shredded. I can finish it off. It's got to cut like this, but now that it's more power, it's gonna balloon more. So I pretty much, only thing I gotta order with this, like I said, the other two things are in the mail, the shafts. I pretty much just gotta order tires. And that's it, man. This thing will be ready to rock again. I'll be ready to, I'm gonna be tempted to take this to the creek spot. I want it to dry a little bit more though. I don't feel like getting this completely soaked. That place usually has barely just a tiny bit of water, so. Yeah, that's about it, man. That's my update. Nothing's working. Of course, there's the Kaiju and parts. I still haven't ordered parts for that. I'm about to in a day or two. Waiting for my damn bank card to come in the mail. But yeah. So I have nothing that works. But lucky the stimulus is coming. Some people put some money in the bank and do responsible shit. Other people like me, I'm gonna buy RC cars. So, all right, there's my updates. And man, I know I'm gonna get the Notorious or the Outcast. I'm locked in on that. Like I said, that second one, man, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna get. I want to get another Kaiju. I'm really tempted to, but then I don't know. I could still get something else, but we'll see, man. Y'all gonna be seeing something about two weeks or so sitting out here, some new ones. But hopefully I'll get these up and running before that. But all right, man. I'm trying to think of anything else, and that's pretty much the update. Yeah, that's about all I have. All the update I have. So let me know what y'all think about the shredder. If I'm on the right path. If you know going to smaller will work for what I'm trying to do for just something different. You know what I mean? As long as I can gear up on opinion and compensate and still get some speed. You know what I mean? Am I right with this idea that I'll have? You know, since I won't have balloon and the tires are still really light, it should have good acceleration still and good handling still, you know what I mean? So, and sit lower too. It's bringing my center of gravity even lower because the tires are smaller. So, all right, man. I don't know. I could just be pretty stupid with this one, but I don't know. So I'm just shut up, and if you subscribe, thank you for subscribing. If you don't, you should. And if you listen to me ramble on about this bullshit, thank you and have a good night, y'all. Be safe out there.